everyone, and welcome to Groove Builders, the show where we create together. I'm your host, Disorderly Cone, and in this episode, I'm going to show you how to pack your models to go. Now, there's all different kinds of videos that exist already on YouTube showing you how to make different kind of walls of cardboard and making layered cake style. This is a very good way of packing our models, and Animate Orange has a great video about how to do this. But with ours, because they're not going too far and I'm going to be able to kind of control how this box is being moved, I'm not going to go that far. Instead, I'm going to show you guys how to use packing paper in a box to safely pack these models away and get them to where they're going. All right, let's get started with just what we need. A cardboard box. It doesn't really matter what kind, preferably a bigger one. That's the thing you do want. And of course, we need our packing paper. That is this right now. Now, the first thing we need to do is take a look inside of our box and make sure it's completely empty. There's no rabbits, alligators, or possibly unicorns in there. And yeah, we are good. There's nothing in there. The next thing we're going to be doing is taking our paper here, and we're going to take a little sheet, and we're going to crumple it. And we're going to put it down. Same thing here. Crumple it up, place it down. And what I'm doing is kind of creating areas to place models. And I'll show you what it looks like in a moment here. I'm going to do one more crinkle. Okay, now this is what our inside of our box looks like. Nothing special, I know, but as you can see, that little cavernous area there is going to be perfect for placing some of our models very delicately into the box. Now, the idea here is to place our models into little areas that look like they're going to be stable, and then we're going to put a sheet down, creating basically a layered cake of models covered in paper. Let me show you how we do this. First, let's start off with our more square-based ones here. If you find something has a little bit more detail that you're afraid about getting wrecked, I would recommend putting that near the top, so that way it's not going to be squished by other models. The ones that have more structural integrity are really good to place near the bottom here. Let's take our coffee maker. St. Basil's here looks pretty good to place right about here. And we'll take a Titanic. We'll also take our Black Pearl. Black Pearl is such a cool model. Lay that down just right there in the center. We have the good old Elizabethan tower here. The last time we built this, there was actually a royal wedding going on, and unfortunately with the Queen's passing, you know, it looks like we're just touching on it again. Let's go put that back here. We have the Nautilus. This is an excellent little model here. Pretty big and actually kind of heavy too. I forgot about that. We're going to save the figures until a little bit later. Again, those ones are going to go on top. They're a little bit more finicky, right? Let's see. Oh, North Winterstein Castle. This is a cool model. Honestly, I love the story behind North Winterstein Castle. Some of the architectural builds that I've done on the channel where I go into the history of them are some of my favorite videos on the channel. I love doing history. It's one of my favorite topics, and to learn about these cool different architectural pieces has been probably one of my favorite things about Groove Builders that I've gotten from it, besides, of course, meeting all of you. Let me put this over here. Okay, now when everything's kind of laid out here, I'll bring you over and you can take a quick little look. But for right now, we're going to keep going. Let's see here. We're going to put Groot down here. He's nice and strong. We got Star-Lord. We got ourselves a Cyberman head. Very cool. That's actually where the majority of our data comes from. If you didn't know, our Cyberman head kind of runs our whole servers around here. That's why when sometimes things go down, you always have to question what's really going down. This is Himji Castle, a very cool one as well. This is the one that was almost destroyed by the Americans, but they covered it in complete camouflage and prevented anything from happening to it. Pretty cool. Then we're going to go up here to the Red Keep. You know, I'm actually really excited to see more of the Game of Thrones. I actually only saw the first episode so far. I need to watch more of it. Just been super busy with work and everything. Got the Targaryen signal. Unfortunately, we lost this video, but it was a pretty simple model to put together. Definitely an easier one with the different details, just mainly kind of being placed onto a flat surface. We have the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Pretty simple as well. And we also have the Dubai. This is the Saint Al Arib. Very cool. Or sorry, not Saint Al Arib. This is the Burj Al Arib. Very cool thing. Awesome little hotel. Love to go stay there myself just to check it out, to be honest with you. Oh, the snow speeder. You know, funny story about this one. My snow speeder, I actually built improperly. If you go back and you watch that video, the guns are mounted upside down, and there's also some detail in the back that I kind of screwed up. So it's kind of funny that this video, when I posted it, you can also see it's a little bit rickety now too. It's unfortunate. I should really go back and kind of refilm that one, but you know, we got so many models to build here on the show that I just kind of keep pushing forward. And hopefully with our new studio, we're going to be able to do a lot more videos a lot quicker too. We got our little Saturn V launch. Very nice. Very nice. We got ourselves the Infinity Glove. The Infinity Glove was a pretty cool model too. Lots of different details on the front. It's a little bit of a shame that it's not more shiny, but at the same time it's not supposed to be. But still, pretty cool model. Now this is actually one of my favorites. This is the Moby Dick model, and this is a pretty cool one because it's actually based on art that's made out of paper, and they did a really good job inscribing all the pieces with a bunch of wording from the story. The artist's name is Jodi, and I'll leave a link in my description down below to her Instagram. Definitely check her out. Pretty awesome artist. I love her work, so definitely give a look if you can. Oh, our Red Dead Redemption models. These ones are really cool. I didn't expect them to become as collector as I did, and I kind of handed a lot of them out as prizes and different things to people that bought from the store. Looking back on that, I hope those people didn't build them because, man, I think these are going to become collector's items pretty quickly. Pretty cool little set there for sure. Our Millennium Falcon. I'll grab the train. I'm a little sketched to grab the train right now, but we'll put the train there. Okay, we put a lot of models in here so far, but we need to put other things in the box. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Let me show you what it looks like right now though. See, this is all of our models. They're all kind of placed all willy-nilly like, but you can see that for the most part, nothing is touching. That's pretty important. We're gonna put a bunch of paper on top here and I'll show you what that looks like. And this is our paper now stuffed inside, ready for more models. Let's go ahead and add some more in. The International Space Station is definitely a finicky one with all of its different detailed pieces. So rather than putting it down like this, we're gonna put it into the box like this. And I'm gonna lay it right here where it gets a little bit more supporting. I know I don't have multiple angles here to show you, but what I'm really doing is just laying these down in areas where they have support where they need them. It's very important to do that. Now, I know on this side here, I might not get the best angle from you guys, but I want to get over this side. So let's get the TIE Fighter. Wow, look at this one. This is one that I built a long time ago. It's actually fallen quite a bit. It has so many different, look at that. Look, that's no bueno. That's a sad TIE Fighter. I should actually break it and make a diorama with my X-Wing. That would be a neat little video. I've never played with resin before, and I would kind of like to do that. We have our guitars, but let's get our armor in here. These ones are actually a lot more stable than the other ones. I should have actually put them near the lower edge. Okay. All right, now we're into the final little bit here. We need to add some more paper on, so let's go ahead and do that. That paper. Now, if you're packing a whole lot of models, obviously you want to use more than one box. I think that the majority of these ones that are on my actual board here can fit into one box. The other ones, which are not on camera, I have a lot more, are not going to be packed all into this one box. I'm going to do multiple boxes, and I'm hoping that I can display the majority of these. It might be hard to do, but we're going to try, okay? So now that we're at the top of the box, let's go ahead and pack away some of our mannequins here. A lot of these ones actually have magnetic heads and stuff because I've done modifications to them, so I have to be a little bit more careful with these. And again, you don't want to press down into the box too much because you're going to start squishing the models that you've put in place already. We have our little DeLorean here with the doors, which I want to support a little bit. We're going to put that right there. And let's see what other ones we can put into here. Oh, I almost forgot about our actual, almost forgot about this guy right here. Absolutely massive. I'll put him right there. Now he's full of magnets, so you gotta be a little bit more careful with him. Put that base over here. We have ourselves Deadpool. Deadpool is the last model off our wall. This was a lot of fun to build. I loved Deadpool. This was actually one of my favorite videos back when I had first filmed it. It took a lot more work, especially with all the detail here, but once you get everything done, this model really does look nice. Okay, buddy, you get to go inside. Thanks for the thumbs up. Put you in there, and boom, just like that, we put all of our models into a box and they are ready to transport. Of course, make sure you're not going to be squishing anything, but we can lightly cover this box up, just like this. And now we are ready for transport. Let's see what happens and how it gets to my new place. There we go. Moving is made pretty easy when you have a time machine. Now that we have all of our models here, we can open up and see how they actually transported, which if you ask me, I think they did pretty well. Yeah, look at that. All of our models are intact. I knew they would be. I've had some experience packing some things like this before when I went to several different conventions. And this was pretty easy to do. Now, this would not be a good way of transporting your models if you're going to put this with a moving company. This is really for people that have either a short move or maybe are going to be able to handle this box a little bit more delicately, maybe putting it in their own vehicle when they're moving or something like that. You don't want to jostle this around too much. I mean, these models are just placed inside very carefully. So as you build this layer cake, understand you really don't want to put this below anything. This really wants to go on top, and again, you really want to handle this box with care. As you take every single model out, you can maybe take a small alcoholic swab and be able to clean them up a little bit. Or even better, if you have some compressed air, that does a great job of blowing off all that dust. Just like my little DeLorean here, he looks a little dusty. I think if I use my air gun, I should be able to clean this up. But again, that's for another video. Groovers, as I take my models out here and try to find a place for them, I'm quickly realizing I don't have enough space, and I'm gonna have to come up with a way to be able to display these in a cool way. In my last space, I had a cool board, which I 3D printed a whole bunch of magnetic shelves for. I was meaning to do a video on that, but unfortunately, every single time I went to go get more magnets, they were always sold out. So I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet, redesign them, and show you how to make them at home, and hopefully you'll be able to get those magnets too. But I think with those shelves and a really clever back display, we might have a really cool background. So I'm gonna go ahead and start unpacking these, and I hope you guys have learned something about how to pack your models in a safe way, and of course transport them to your new location. I had a really good time packing with you, and if you guys had a good time, don't forget to press that like button. And if you're new here, press subscribe as well. We got all kinds of cool projects coming out, and I would love to have you there. Until next time, Groovers, keep building. Okay there, Deadpool, I know you've been looking to come out, but last time I put you by the submarine, you decided to go on a little journey. Be nice.